Greetings and good day, YouTube. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where we last left off in Minecraft. Where that is, I do not quite remember until I get into the game proper. Oh, God! Like I said, mind you, drugs were involved, so that doesn't help your mindset either. It would have to be. That sucks. Hey, greetings and good day, Ray. How are you doing today? That's like, that's one of those moments of like, there's not much you can do about that. They've got a 5 foot tall metal flower, and dudes, yeah. That's just like, I would like to consider myself, that sucks that you feel like dog shit, by the way, Ray, but I know exactly how you feel. I felt like that yesterday. I had a migraine, like, all fucking day. I don't know what we're going to be doing today, in all honesty, in this game. I'm at that point to where I need to get more netherrack in order to get the castle ready, because I need to get netherrack bricks, because that's what I'm making the castle out of. But yeah, when you're under the influence, you don't make the right decision, so I have a rule where I don't do anything. I literally am like, I'm not gonna go on a bicycle, I'm not gonna go on a motorcycle, I'm not gonna fucking drive a car, nothing like that shit, man. Overly cautious, you could say that I be, but when I'm under the influence, I'm less worried about myself and more worried about other idiots that exist out in the world. But I also make sure I limit myself and not get to the point to where I'm not going to remember what I went through.
The freshness, Jim blurted. Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing.
That's...
You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them...
Well, let me put it this way. At least that person has a better excuse than some of the people that end up in the dumb situations they end up with, you know? We're probably going to be doing this for a while I talk about what games we've played over the last couple of days, what games I plan to play in the near and far future, and other such things.
Reese's peanut butter cups are the greatest, but let me play devil's advocate here.
That sucks. It's been a while since I've been that sick.
That's definitely not a problem.
Honestly, you want to know what the last time I threw up was?
Stumped this charming devil.
The last time I threw up was actually when I got too drunk on stream for my birthday. When I was playing through Ace Combat, I kind of abruptly ended the stream, and right after I ended the stream, I turned over to my garbage can and was throwing up. I think that's the last time I got throw up sick. I've got a couple of stomach bugs here and there, but that fucking sucks. I love how the Endermen have taken my property into the Nether. You son of a bitch, you're dying now. Where'd he go? Ah, whatever. The pain part, yeah. The world, okay, so I think about it, and there was one time I've never felt as bad as when I was like, the type of sick that I was, it was one of those types of pains where, like, I had to lay down in a fucking weird way in order not to feel the least amount of pain, if that makes any sense. This was years ago, though, right? I was still in high school back then, and I was sick for like 3 fucking days with that, like, just aches and pains over my entire body. I couldn't explain what it was. I couldn't explain how I got it. I was just... No one else was as sick as I was. I was the only one who was that sick. Throwing up. Couldn't keep anything down. The only thing I could really keep down was water and soup. It's ramen, actually, is what I was able to keep down. I think that's one of the reasons why I like ramen so much, because for, like... Right after I ate that, I felt actually good. Hey, he's back. Look who's back. Back again. Fuckface is back. Now they're gone again. Other pains that I felt, I've one time burned my arm. I went to sleep with a space heater near me, and I rolled, and I was still asleep, and my left arm was a bubble, basically, in the front area. Not like the whole thing was a bubble, but like an area from like 4 inches away from my wrist. That was about 5 by 4 inches, I think. It was bubbled up because of the burn that I experienced there. So that was pretty bad. I mean, you could go with the literal, like, bone breaking stuff or what have you. You could go with the metaphorical heartache, heartbreak type stuff. Right? It all depends on what you yourself would classify as as painful. Getting shot? Question mark? I know a couple people that have been shot, and the way they explain being shot is not pretty sounding. So, I mean, that's the only 2 guesses that I got. Other than that, you'll have to tell me. Anybody else in the chat got a guess as to what Ray's most painful thing was? I mean, I don't fucking know. Listen, as an American, there's not a lot of things that pop to the top of my mind when it involves pain. Limbs breaking or getting shot are, like, pretty high up there, right? Getting stabbed, maybe. You got knives over there. Everywhere there are knives. So... Kidney... Oh, no, actually, my dad had kidney stones not too long ago. I talked about this on stream, after the fact, and there's actually a couple things that we went through via home remedies that seem to help a little bit, but no. Yeah, the way my old man was describing the pain was, that's not something that I, want to look forward to. Apparently, eating a lot of things like cereal and stuff like that will help produce kidney stones. So you might not want to eat a lot of cereals if that's like a thing that's in your diet consistently. Again, oh shit, ow. I need to kill you. Thank you. What the hell am I looking at over here? Bedrock. So we're really that far up? But yeah, there's like this water, is it olive oil? I don't know what it is. It's some sort of like cooking oil type thing that you make, and it's supposed to help lubricate your urethra if you ever have kidney stones. Again, that's like a home remedy that people sometimes don't put stock in, but it seemed to help my old man, so. Anyways, yeah, that's something that I would not have thought of, honestly, even though like I said, my old man has experience with it. It's not a very common thing. Or at least it's not a common it's not a thing that's commonly talked about, is what I should say then. Right? It's more common than you would think, but it's not. A lot of people don't talk about it. As for game stuff over the past week, Friday, Saturday, we played a little bit of Fallout. I know Friday was relatively short. I think Saturday was 4.5 hours, I think, of Fallout. And yesterday I didn't stream at all because I had a migraine that just, I just couldn't. It was one of those types of headaches where, like, I felt like I was swaying back and forth because of how much pain I was. Like, I wasn't able to sit straight, if that makes any sense. So today we're going to be doing Minecraft for however long it takes me to get through these subjects we're going to be talking about, be it whatever chat comes up with or whatever crosses my attention as we're going, and we'll go from there. We need more charcoal for sure. I'm trying to think about what else could possibly games I could play. There's not really a lot that's grabbed my attention. Like, I've been going through and doing dailies and enlisted and stuff like that. Like, just logging in for enlisted and War Thunder still. Like, for some odd reason, that's the one thing that I'm focusing on doing, getting the daily login for those games for as long as I possibly can. Like, it's just a challenge that I've given to myself. No. My migraines aren't like that. My migraines are, oh, you've taken, like, the best headache pills you can. Your headache ain't going away, bitch. My headaches don't go away to medication like that. It fucking sucks. The best it does is, like, slightly mutes the pain, but it's still so bad that, like, how loud I'm talking right now, I wouldn't be able to talk this loud. That's how bad my headache was. And that's even after taking painkillers. Yeah, I'll probably be doing enlisted and stuff like that, like I have been. When it comes to games that I'm going to play in the future, again, the weather's kind of affecting when I stream and how long I stream for a multitude of reasons. So the plan, like always, is to stream, depending on the temperature, either at 6 p.m. Eastern Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Time, or around those times. I'll be playing Fallout 4 some more. If the weather's relatively cool and I start at 6, then maybe I'll start diving on into Metal Gear Solid 3 again. And when I say again, I mean It'll be my, I think, second playthrough on stream, and my... I have no idea how many times I've played these the Metal Gear games, in all honesty. Like, I could throw out a guess, but I'm pretty sure it's well over 20 times. Wukong? Is that the name of the game? The Wukong game? That's the only one that I could think about that could possibly coming out next month. Oh, Warhammer 40k too. Is it coming? Is Wukong coming out next month or the month after next? I don't know. I'm starting to dive into the lore of Warhammer a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'm quite into it enough to where I want to get that game. Mind you, I saw a little bit of Warhammer 40k Space Marine 1, and it does look pretty interesting. Like, it looks pretty fun, but right now it does not grab my attention like the other games that I'm currently interested in have been. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will more than likely be Fallout 3 potentially into Metal Gear Solid 3. It'll be another spoiler type playthrough, so if you're not aware of Metal Gear Solid series or franchise or whatever, and you want to experience it for yourself, be sure not to tune into any Metal Gear streams, because I'm going to be talking about a lot of shit during Metal Gear Solid 3. Because based off of the timeline, Metal Gear Solid 3 is where everything starts. Well, where everything starts, technically. Because realistically, it starts a little bit before, well, actually not a little bit, it starts... I think it technically starts during World War II. We're not getting into that, though. We're not getting into that yet. We'll get into that later. I'm starting to get... I'm probably next week, I'll be honest, because what I just did and how I talked about it, it made me excited to play that game, so more than likely, we'll probably have either a two-parter or, depending on how I'm feeling, a switch. So if I start with Metal Gear Solid 3 on Friday, that'll be what we play all day Friday. But if I start with Fallout, we might do all day Fallout. I still haven't decided if I want to do part 1, part 2 with that game, or if I want to, like, switch it up. Like, focus on one game and then switch to the other on a different day. Haven't decided yet. Monday will, of course, be Minecraft, and if I have to, I'll stream whichever game I've been neglecting to make up a little bit if I feel up to it. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Fallout 3. I don't know how long Minecraft's going to be, just like I don't know how long I'm going to be playing Fallout for. I might literally just mess around for an hour in Fallout. It depends. The more I think about it, the more I'm leaning towards Dwarf Fortress for the next Monday game. But then again, I kind of want to play Dwarf Fortress as a main game at some point when when adventure mode gets complete and shit like that. I don't know. That's still far away, in all honesty, because here's the general plan, what I have, right? After we get through Fallout 3, before we dive into Fallout New Vegas, I'm going to want to play a game called Gun. It is a PlayStation 2 game, and I'm not sure how well, like, we'll check out, like, maybe we'll spend a day playing it, depending on how well it performs. If it doesn't perform well enough, then we'll just play it for one day and move on. If it's manageable, and when I say manageable, I'm talking, like, the 15 FPS average we had to deal with when it came to Red Dead Redemption with the emulator, right? That's like as worse as we'll deal with. Anything worse than that, But meanwhile, we'll be intermingling Metal Gear Solid 3 during that playthrough of Gun, if we still need to, which we probably will. It's really difficult for me to play games at FPSs that are I'll be honest, lower than 60. I'll say it. It takes a moment for me to get used to anything below that. I can tell the difference at this point. But I can grin and bear it. As frustrated as it feels. But yeah, for Red Dead Redemption 2, we had basically a 15 FPS average unless we looked down. Then it went up to like 20, 25, 30 FPS. If we looked down or we looked up. And I forced myself to go through that game, and the experience was a little bit hampered because of that, I'll admit. But it's just one of those things where shit happens, you know what I mean? Like, you can't really do much in that situation there. I've also, again, this is not anytime soon, right? Because the near future, like I said, that's Gun. That's like the one game that I know I'm going to be playing after we get through Fallout 3. That will probably be a couple of weekends. And then we'll get to Fallout New Vegas, which I'm really excited for, because, like, everybody praises that game. That seems to be everybody's favorite Fallout game. So I'm really excited to see what it's all about. I'm not really, I'm just gonna sound really fucking weird, but the Wukong game I mentioned, even though I mentioned it, I'm not really hyped for it. Like, I'm not feeling like I'm gonna go out of my way to buy it. Like, even with Warhammer, I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy it, I don't think. The game that I mentioned earlier, that I feel like having an itch of playing, actually just so happens to be Halo. Because I'll admit, the first time Fallout 3 is a blast and a half. I'll get into more details in a moment of that game. But I have been watching a little bit of Survivalist gaming go through the Master Chief Collection, and it's kind of made me want to play those games again, because the first time I played it, I'll admit that my experience wasn't the best experience, because I did not expect the game to be the way that it was. So when I was playing it, I was a bit bitter about the game. But honestly, the only reason truly that I have that itch to play it again is because at the end of Halo 4, I had that moment where everything fucking clicked, and like I was running out of ammo as I would kill an enemy, and then I would grab their gun to kill other enemies. And I was like, this is how you're supposed to play Halo. I've not been playing the game right the entire time. And I'm talking about all the Halos. I feel like I haven't played any of the Halos the right way. So at some point in the future, I will go through and I'll play the Master Chief Collection again. Oh, I had to check something really quickly. I heard my phone beep. We're good though. Any other games that come to mind that I'm going to play in the future? None that currently come to mind. Oh, special events, of course. I know it's a little bit away, but the one special event that we always do, and I'm gonna mention it every once in a while whenever I think about it. Maybe not every single Monday, but like the closer we get to it, the more I'll mention it. I always enjoy watching and streaming the Video Game Awards, right? Just to see what new games are gonna be coming out. And to make fun of whatever crosses our attention. Those are like the only event, that's like the only event that's guaranteed for me to stream. I don't know why that popped up, but it did in my mind. Anyways, Fallout 3. Having the switch from top down when it came to Fallout 1 and 2 is such a big difference, and it like makes the game that much more enjoyable for me. I was gonna say platable, but it's more enjoyable for me to experience the Fallout game in first person, third person, instead of RT / turn-based strategy style. And I'll say that getting into Fallout 3 has made me really want to play a lot of the mods that have been coming out lately, like the Fallout 1 and 2 remakes, Fallout London. Apparently there's a couple of other like expansion mods, and I'm really like excited to get to that point where I'm checking those mods out. Right? It's gonna be a while. I kind of expected to be getting through Fallout this year, but with how fucking much of a... Then again, I should hold my tongue, because winter is coming. I'm trying not to smile. I've been getting into Game of Thrones a little bit. Anyways, winter is coming, and when it does, my streams will probably be starting around 6 p.m. every single day and going till well after midnight. Like, we're about to get back into lengthy streams, right? Like, my energy, you can literally tell the difference of my energy today compared to the last couple of streams that I've done, right? Like, it's hot, but I have my air on, I have a fan on, and I don't have a shirt on me right now. It's one of the reasons why I don't have my face cam on. Not that I give a shit, but more like I don't know what the fuck Twitch would do. Not that it would really matter, because it would be a first offense type thing, but you know what? I'm gonna go like I always go until I naturally come across a ban. I again, will do everything in my power to make sure I abide by TOS and stuff like that and avoid that, but... Hey, listen. Everybody has their own preferences when it comes to different weather and stuff like that. Me and Ray... we enjoy the colder weather, and you enjoy the warmer weather. That's fine. In all honesty, we're all weirdos on this fucking ball that is floating through space. You know what I mean? Seriously. Again, I'm not the type of person that would go to a festival. Right? I don't like large groups of people. Even family gatherings, like Christmas, like a family gathering at Christmas, it's too many people for me. I don't know how to explain it. It's just one of those things that I do not like groups of people that are like above 10 people, and I start to get like a weird nervous feeling, you know? Yeah, it's just people are the way that they are, and sometimes I think there should be some people out there that, yeah, talk about it, but if they don't enjoy what you don't enjoy, accept that, you know? True. Well, for me, if I were to have a family gathering, like with the entirety of my family, we're talking well over 80 people. Alright? Just, let me put it this way. Just me, my parents, my sisters, their husbands or significant others, and their kids is...
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes 100% of odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
like 16 people? And that's just my immediate family, right? That we're not talking about grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, nephews. Well, no, that is talking about nephews and nieces, dumbass. That was the first thing you talked about. Anyways, well, for me, it's kind of starting to become that way more and more every year, where there's just it's just too much. We have our own Christmas, and then we'll go to my grandparents and just like have a small little
Attempted purchase on plane tickets.
thing there,
Did you know
right?
dollar bank checking accounts have features to help protect your card from
Or if we go to a gathering, it's more of a immediate family gathering, and it's not nearly as bad. Like if I ever go to like a true family gathering, it's always hosted at like a church or some shit like that.
Your nearby Dollar Bank office today at dollar.bank/getchecking. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there. Equal housing.
Specifically, like a rented out church that has been set up for said party. And I'll admit, I'm not the most, like, I don't go to church other than to go to family gatherings when they're hosted there. The way that I have my faith is I feel it's more personal, you know? To each their own. If you go to church, good on you. If you don't, good on you. But I think too many people put too much stock in how certain people feel. For me, I don't really give a shit about any of the shit that would normally set people off, you know? Exactly. A true family gathering would be ridiculously large. I don't really have many topics of conversation to talk about when it comes to things that I've seen on Twitter, for one thing. And I don't have that many things to talk about when it comes to Star Wars, because in all honesty, as much as I have enjoyed going through and doing the analysis, I may just watch Star Wars on my own and talk about it without doing a true analysis. And it's been hard to get back into watching that because I've just been, like, on the days I'm not busy, the weather's so fucking bipolar that I could barely focus on what I normally do on those days. Like, normally it's at the point where it's so hot in my room, even having the air and the fan on isn't enough. So I'm not even up in my room. Sometimes, I will admit, sometimes it is nice to try and go to those true family gatherings, though. Just to see people you haven't seen for a while, like, every once in a while. But I can't... Like, if I go to one of those, I end up going outside the building and talking to other people who also go outside the building, right? I mean, like I said, for me, it's more like 80 people. It's not 250. It's more like 80 people, which is a lot of fucking people. But at that point, the people, like, I normally go, this is what I do at any point. Because I'm a talkative person. What I do in my head, I go, all right, we all ate, we all did this, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to proceed to go to each group, each table, and chat with everyone there for a little bit, and then move on to the next group and chat with them for a little bit. Basically, what I end up doing is I repeat myself 7 or 8 times about what I've been up to, right? Oh, not much. Been streaming on Twitch. That's going well. La 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 yada. This, that, and the other. Been working with my old man doing HVAC. Been working on this, that, or the other on my own. Been doing this. Been doing that. And then boom, repeat all over again. Like when when the conversation starts to peter off, right? Find out what they're doing, of course. Same old, pretty much. Which is like, I haven't seen you in 10 years, and what the fuck is the same old, same old? The last time you saw me, I was still in high school. Hello? Greetings and good day, relatives. How are you doing today? To catch you up, we're currently talking about family gatherings like Christmas and why or what we do at them. Me, I rarely, if ever, go to large ones, but when I do, I choose Dos Equis. I couldn't help myself. No, I did not see the crazy clip you posted on Twitter. In all honesty, if you wait about 15 minutes or so, or a little bit when the conversation starts to peter off, because I think there's a couple more things I want to bring up, games that I want to play in the future. And then I'll probably look at that and a couple of other things. We're not really doing any React Andying today because I want to play Fallout 3, because I didn't stream yesterday. But yeah, how about you, Rhett? You got any gatherings you're looking forward to, or maybe not looking forward to going to? Any festivals or parties or anything like that? I really am starting to enjoy the fact that most of us seem to be like, yeah, no, we're just like over here in the corner while the party goes on drinking our beer. Like, nah, we're good. Oh, insane. You were at the festival, so I don't think you were here when I talked about it, but as of not this coming Tuesday, of course, but last Tuesday, the one that just passed. Here, let me, because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to speak sometimes. Hold up. As of Tuesday, the 6th of August, businesses, recreational, like, well, not recreational, medical dispensaries have gotten their dual license things to be able to also sell recreational marijuana in like 90 different dispensaries. So, woohoo on that. Now, instead of having to wait for a prescription fill, I can just get some recreationally. Love that. A 5-day beach party in Greece. Holy shit, that's actually wild. That's actually a pog moment. Like, real talk. That's actually fucking wild. That, like, they're actually putting effort into festival. Festival's getting better? I have to ask to make sure. Like, festival's actually getting, like, better and better as it goes. I'm waiting for these leaves to disappear. Well, hey, I look at it this way. The fact that they're improving upon it with updates and shit like that, same like with Lego Fortnite and all that. I don't know when the last update for that was, but I would imagine they probably have a little bit more to work with before they're ready to finish that. Or they've already finished it. I don't know. I know they added a fucking steering wheel finally. Or at least I heard they added a steering wheel. That was one of my biggest complaints. Hey, here's my question. What? I was just about to ask, what do you think the next game mode is going to be? They added a Fall Guys game mode to Fortnite? Like a legitimate separate game mode, like with the racing one and... Wow, okay. Well, what do we think the next one's going to be after this? Have they already teased it or no? Well, you're not wrong from your perspective, because here's why. People that don't play Fall Guys are going to, if they play Fortnite, are going to play that now. Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind. That was a mistype. Got you. Well, the reverse is, well, again, it may be boring, but the reverse is also true. Fall Guys, I don't think is really a game that's marketed to people that are of an older age. You know what I mean? Fall Guys is more marketed to younger audiences. Not, mind you, if you're older and you enjoy those games, go for it. I haven't played Fortnite for so fucking long. I kinda lost interest in that game a bit. I'll probably gain interest again, but so far, I'm pleased with what I played when I played that game, because it allowed me to get the Solid Snake skin, and anytime I play that game ever, I will use the Solid Snake skin, because, you know, how much of a Metal Gear fanboy I am. I honestly think I could probably really enjoy doing, like, you know how on Mondays I play Minecraft? Well, at some point in the future, maybe it'll be Fortnite and the different game modes. Specifically, the Lego Fortnite game mode, which is just like Minecraft with with obvious differences, of course. But I brought it up because at some point after I go through, because I'm gonna play more than games that are like this. I really am. I'm not just gonna go from this into 7 Days to Die. In all honesty, if I play 7 Days to Die, it's gonna be a main game, which I might play 7 Days to Die at some point next year. However, not before I go through and start playing XCOM 2. Like I said, I'm actually, as we talk, I'm working on getting stuff prepared for finishing the Kingdom build. Because I've decided I'm not going to do as much as I wanted to do. I am going to do a lot, but I'm not going to do as much as I planned for. I want to finish this build. I will take my time with it. I will enjoy my creativity and all that. Like, I'm not going to just force it along. But I am going to not put as much effort into making some of the things that I thought I was going to make, if that makes any sense. So I can focus more on getting to another game. Because I do want to get to another game. And when I do finish this Kingdom build, I am going to do whatever, like, I'm going to, like, upload the map. Or whatever you got to do. Because I know that's been something that a couple people a long time ago have brought up. I don't know if some of the people, like, it's been so long, I don't know if some of the people that are currently talking in chat are the people that were like, hey, you should release the map. Well, here's the thing. I probably am. Right? But before I do that, I think I'm going to do a in-between stream. Now, after we get... Here's what my plan is. Are you ready? Let me say this the way that I didn't explain it all. Here's my whole plan. After we get through with Minecraft, we're going to play a little bit of XCOM 2. We're not going to get into the actual game of XCOM 2. We're going to do the modding streams of XCOM 2 on Mondays. Because if you haven't been here for the XCOM streams, whenever I mod those games, I always do it on stream. And it's basically like these streams, except it's just me going through mods, checking to see if the game works. It should be really easy to get through and do the modding this time for XCOM. I don't know what what new mods exist and all that, but that's what I'm going to do on Mondays for a little bit. When I get done with that and I get ready to play the actual playthrough of XCOM 2, that's when we're going to switch and do Elden Ring on Mondays. I think. And if I play 7 Days to Die, it'll be a main game that I play on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's what my current plan is. Mind you, it's not written in stone. Like, my plans are subject to change, because if I find something better, I will change it. But that's currently my plan. Doesn't mean that's what we're going to stick with.
Stop but don't really want to? Stop at BP. Because BP has everything you need to keep it going. Fuel to keep the adventures going. The BP Me app to keep the savings and the...
Like, can I be honest? The only game that's has been announced that's going to be coming out soon, and we have like a release date, even though I'm pretty sure that release date might not be when it actually releases. The only game I'm really excited for is Grand Theft Auto 6. In all honesty, that's like the only game that I'm truly excited for right now. Now, it's not to say that other games I'm not interested in. Like, I am actually interested in that Wukong game, or whatever the hell it's called, right? I'm interested in that. But I'm not so interested as to want to purchase it on release. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those weird types of people. At this point, you know what it is? At this point, it's because I finally decided, fuck it, I'm not going to try and chase the hype. I'm not going to chase the hype. I refuse. And speaking of not chasing the hype, one of the games franchises that I think I'm going to play that I totally forgot about is... I don't know how I forgot about it, because I brought it up a couple of times. But at some point, how I played through the older games, like I played through Red Dead 2, Red Dead Redemption 1, and I played through Red Dead Revolver, right? I want to play through God of War 1, 2, and 3, and maybe even the side games, as well as God of War 2018. But I'm waiting until God of War Ragnarok comes out on PC to do that. I mean, listen, this is fucking get my bag of copium out and fucking inject me with 28 cc's of copium. I'm a very positive individual, and I say fuck it. I'm gonna be hyped for shit, even if like there's a part of my brain that's like it's not gonna happen or it's gonna suck. I'm gonna be hyped for it. Fuck it. I'm not gonna let how shit goes make me feel miserable about it, because we've actually heard this is the one thing that I can talk about, a subject of conversation. The Xbox, how they were trying to get rid of Hi-Fi Rush Studio or whatever, the studio that came out with Hi-Fi Rush. It got acquired recently by another studio, and that made me happy about games. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have hope for games. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm not gonna be a naysayer. If it's bad, it's bad. Well. There's for as many bad games as there are, there's just as many good games. It's just sometimes hard to find the good games. I understand it. I really do. I understand it. Because you've probably been disappointed so many fucking times. Yep, exactly. You've probably been disappointed so many times. For me, the biggest disappointments have been the fact that more games have not come to PC. Blood Bowl 3, yeah. There's a couple of games that have been like that, like how Blood Bowl 3 came out. And guess what Blood Bowl game everybody plays? That's right, Blood Bowl 2. That's one of my concerns for the next Grand Theft Auto game. Again, for as much hope as I have for the game, because I can't help but be a positive prick sometimes, there's also a part of me that's going, man, what if the game just flops? What if, for whatever reason, it's not good? I guess we'll have to wait for the modders to fix the game. Listen. Just like you have... I wouldn't hold my breath. Okay, there you go. There you go. I see what you're saying. You're saying that so many people are going to purchase the game because of the hype of Grand Theft Auto 5 that it will be impossible for it to flop. Honestly, here's what my true concern is. My true concern is we're going to have another Grand Theft Auto 4 situation. And I'm speaking from experience because I recently played Grand Theft Auto 4. Okay, so there's been 2 occasions where I've opened my fucking cocksucker and have had a situation occur where I've had to basically shove my foot in my mouth. Step 1, or part 1, I said, and I quote, you know what, if Red Dead Redemption 2 goes on sale, I'll purchase it. Here, let me go follow the game, and I pause here, because when I clicked on Red Dead Redemption 2, the fucking game was on sale for $20. So I purchased it then and there. And then I said the same fucking thing for Grand Theft Auto 4, and as the day after, the game went on sale, and I was like, motherfucker! So I bought it and all the DLC, and then I added it to the Grand Theft Auto playthrough that I did, last year? Yeah, the Grand Theft Auto playthrough that I did last year, and I enjoyed the game so much more than I thought I would. I still personally enjoy not Fallout 5, you fucking idiot. Grand Theft Auto 5 more than 4, but 4 is currently number 2 on the list. And that is a fucking phenomenal because it surpassed San Andreas. Anyways, when I first played Grand Theft Auto 4, I even tried to play it a little bit after that, but I was just so disappointed, I was like, yeah, whatever. I've never played 2. Maybe at some point I'll have to do that. Like, I'll have to do a retro games thing. Oh, also, I'm not gonna, for the longest time, I was really, really hyping myself up to go through and try and do speedrunning. But in all honesty, I didn't say anything over the week because I was just like, you know what, I don't feel like repeating myself about this. I did a little bit of a thing where I, like, over the week, did a speedrun thing, right? Like, I attempted to do a speedrun thing, and I did not enjoy it at all. It could, like, it could be different because I wasn't streaming it, but for me, if I can't do something off stream and have fun with it, I'm not gonna do it on stream, right? The tech is cool. The tech is cool to watch. Like, okay, here. In all honesty, do you want to know why? You want to know what it is that made me want to speedrun? The React Andy streams we did on Monday for games that I played. Mind you, we haven't done a fucking speedrun watch in a long while. We need to watch a speedrun for Elden Ring. We need to watch one for Fallout 3 when we're done with that game. And I think we need to watch one for Metal Gear Solid 2 and 1. That's on the agenda, but not right now. Like, we're not going to be getting into that today. I mean, I've seen those speedruns. I want to watch an Elden Ring speedrun that's a lengthy one. Like, I almost want to watch an all-boss speedrun. You know what I mean? Including the DLC, like an all-boss speedrun. Just to see what they do. Because, like, a speedrun like that, that's too much game skipping for me. That's honestly too much game skipping for me. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of, like... Well, mind you, I have quite a few speedruns to go over. Because I haven't watched anything for... Like, honestly, I'm trying to think about the last speedrun that we watched for React Andying, and I truly believe it was Red Dead Revolver. That was the last speedrun we watched. Because we watched a Red Dead Redemption 2 speedrun at, like, double speed to get through it faster. We watched a Red Dead Redemption speedrun, I believe. We watched the Red Dead Revolver speedrun for sure. That was ridiculous to watch. That was so fast. And we did, and truly, the game that we spent a lot of time on was Elden Ring's DLC. And then I interrupted the Elden Ring DLC to play Metal Gear Solids 1 and 2. Got through those games really fast. I could have gotten through them faster, but the weather was fucking with me, so I just did the bare minimal. Oh, you know what game we might do another playthrough of in September? We might take a small hiatus from Fallout 3 if we have to, and we might play a little bit of Armored Core 6. Because I want to do another Armored Core playthrough. My original intention was to speedrun Armored Core 6. I mean... For today, for me, it actually feels like that. Because honestly, an hour ago, when I first started streaming, I was like, man, it's really hot. But hey, it's cool right now. So, I'm pleased as fuck. I mean, with the weather in Ohio, it's gonna be nice today, and then it's gonna get fucking awful tomorrow. I guarantee it. Perma-rain. Well, be careful what you wish for, because you'll get your quote-unquote perma-rain, and then after a while you'll be complaining about how it's only raining. Oh, I will say, I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but wintertime is gonna have a hell of a lot of interesting streams I'm gonna be doing, and I may not always play the game that I say I will play on the Monday. Like, how on Mondays I'll say, alright, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I plan to play this, and how I'll switch it up sometimes. I try to stick true to it. But if some certain shit comes up and I get better options, I'll take those better options.
#1 nonprofit university for online degrees. Franklin's flexible programs in business, healthcare, technology.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm like, man,
And our tuition guarantee lets you lock in what you'll pay from your first term through
it's
graduation.
fucking...
Get started at franklin.edu.
I know, it's just I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Right? When I get excited about something, I talk about that thing. Right? Can't help myself. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Power of Dawn. Melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying.
Oh, fun fact with Fallout, I've uploaded, I need to actually set some videos to go live for tomorrow. Or a video to go live for tomorrow for the stream. Don't. Mariah Carey will be unleashed early.
First, I crack into the crispy shell.
It truly is. Mind you, they can be just as dangerous if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Actually, the winter can be more dangerous for idiots.
Hey, what's going on? It's Frank and Joe from the Basement Yard Podcast.
Make sure you check us out on Spotify.
I absolutely love the fact that there are so many like different thoughts about what weather is the best weather in the chat right now. I love that. How about you, YouTube viewers? For whoever's made it this far in, what kind of weather do you enjoy? What's your favorite month? December. Truly. December's my favorite month. Truly. I have so many memories of doing stupid shit as a kid with snow. Like, at one point in time, I tied my dog up to my sled and proceeded to just have my dog drag me around for a couple of hours every couple of days. And one time I thought I was going to be slick. Mind you, the inside of the sled was snowed up, and I was going to be slick and try and stand on it and have my dog run off with me, like, surfing. I was going to snow surf. I stood up, got my balance, said, go. My dog went, my sled went, and I didn't move. Next thing I know, I'm looking up at the sky like, what happened? Yeah, I won't sing that again. It was just, the only reason I did it is because Relatai said winter is the best time of year. That's the only reason I did that. And I'll be honest, when I was saying it again, I had to hesitate a little bit because I wanted to sing it. So I'm not going to do it again. But just let it be known that I want to. Same. Specifically, a lot of the songs that I get stuck in my head are songs that I listen to while fishing. No. Say it right, Relatives. Just get good, forehead. Fucking. Oh, I don't know if I brought this up. I probably did, but I gotta bring it up again. Miyazaki saying that Elden Ring isn't, like, he's getting closer and closer to making the, in his opinion, or in their opinion, the best RPG. Elden Ring is close, but it's not there yet. And I sat back and I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. Are you trying to tell me that you got a couple more in the chamber, potentially, and they're supposed to be better than Elden Ring? How do you, like, what the fuck are you gonna do to surpass that in your mind? You know what I mean? Like, that's something that I'm really, really curious about. I'm basically staying in the farm area up until it becomes daybreak. Because I don't want to go out there. Wait, do I have a bed in here? I should have a bed in here. Do I have a bed on me? I don't. Alright, I was worried about stuff spawning up here, but I'm glad it doesn't. Primarily due to the fact that I have a couple of areas lit up. That's hilarious to me. Carrots for the pigs? Yeah, carrots for the pigs. Oh, I'm gonna eat my dinner. I'm like, man, I'm getting hungry. I ate dinner though, didn't I? And I look down at my plates in front of me. It's a meat rice dish, like one of those like hamburger helper type things, but I doused it with my hot sauce that I like to use. Oh, also friendly reminder for all y'all who are listening right now. I don't know if this has affected you or not, but apparently Twitch did a thing with their subs. They changed the price, and it might have affected your automatic sub. So if that's something, again, I'm not asking you to do that, but if that's something you want to do, or you had previously and it went away, I'm just letting you know. For whatever reason, Twitch decides to go back to what apparently it used to be before they lowered it, thinking that it would cause more people to subscribe to streamers. I shrug. Because it's just like, eh. Yeah, exactly. Again, the only reason I brought it up is because there are some people that like to keep their streak. I shake my head at it. It's frustrating because as like, I'm gonna be real with everybody here. Twitch is one of the companies that even if it never makes any money, I don't think it's ever gonna go away because of the amount of advertising that this that is actually involved. I know it sounds weird to say, but in all honesty, with the loss of money sucks. But it's probably bringing money in elsewhere, like Amazon Prime shit and other such subscriptions. 1 tier 2 and a Prime sub. Cool. That's why I brought it up right there. Just for the people that might want to make sure they keep their streak going if that's what they want to do. Because they changed it recently. I remember I got a notification for it and I was like, alright, I'll be sure to try to remind people who give a shit about streaks and stuff like that. And I'm saying this as somebody who gives a shit about streaks, right? Because I've been logging into War Thunder and Enlisted for over 500 days. Hey, honestly, I'm one of the people that you really don't have to explain yourself to, because at the end of the day, it's your money. Do whatever the fuck you want with your money. You know, spend it on whoever you want to. As I always try to say, as long as you take care of yourself first, whatever. But at the end of the day, I can't stop you from doing whatever the fuck you want to do. I can only recommend you do what would benefit you the most. At that point, it's up to you to actually do it or not. Because at the end of the day, I treat this like what it is for me currently. It's a hobby. I have fun doing this. I wouldn't do this if I didn't have fun. Hey, let's go! First place! Appreciate the 1 biddy to the Treasury Insane Baboon. And you got quite a few days for the rest of this month to have that #1 spot. Let's go feed some pigs. I mean, it could potentially, but at the same time, again, that's up to you. That's up to you all. I, of course, appreciate every little bit. I appreciate, no matter what, right? I mean, one of the reasons why I have a hold on. You might hear my dumbass talking in a second here. Shut up, me. Yeah, if you go down to my About page, I have a fucking thing you can click on for Stream Elements tips. Again, because I know people don't like doing shit, like they don't like bits, they don't like subs, but they still want to show their support, so that exists. I do have a Stream Elements tip thing set up, if that's what you want to go for instead of fucking with Twitch. Again, just bringing it up because it kind of is relevant. That's what you're referring to when you said, I thought you were referring to like literally that you feel that subs are worse than bits. I didn't realize you meant like people trying to one up each other.
Experience holistic, individualized care designed to help you love your life again. Ready to begin? Visit or-nc.com and connect with our...
I think we got close to a hype train one day.
Center. Your journey to wellness starts now.
Sometimes creating an ad campaign can feel like you're talking on mute. That's why there's Spotify's advertising. We'll help your business turn up the volume and reach an engaged audience that's ready to hear and see.
That's kind of wild.
Learn more at ads.spotify.com.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I've been in a couple of streams that have had that happen out of fucking nowhere. It's not even a special event stream. It's just a normal ass, hey, how's it going? And then the person was like, all right, you guys can chill out. But they kept doing it. I've seen that happen a couple of times on Twitch. Oh, I can talk about this. This is a topic of conversation. Any of y'all hear about the person who's been staying up for like 9 days straight as a challenge or something like that? Yeah. Well, it's like it's a reverse psychology. Like, you go, no, don't give me bits, don't spend your money on me, don't do that, and people have a tendency to do that for some reason. It's kind of weird how the reverse psychology shit works. Yeah, the cops did a wellness check thing, and they're like, go to the hospital. Actually, let's fucking, hold on, let me Google it really quickly. Hold on, I gotta respond. No, I don't. Hold on. Brain, you're looking up the guy who's staying up. Man gets police visit after staying up for 11 days straight on live stream to beat Guinness World Record. Apparently we're on I'm seeing 11 and 12 days. They're apparently an Australian individual. I don't know why. Like, that's a stupid... To me, personally, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying that the person themselves is stupid for doing this. I'm saying that is a stupid world record. To me. Yeah, exactly. Like... Why? What are you trying to prove? The most I've ever done was 4 fucking days, and it was 4 fucking days, if not longer, of, maybe it was longer, of working constantly. The whole week, honestly, the whole fucking week I worked, this was a couple years ago, this was before I started streaming, I probably got a total of 3 fucking hours of sleep. That whole fucking week. Because we were running our asses off. And the reason is because we had an install job to do that had to get done because the cooks would not work at the restaurant if they didn't have air, and they didn't have air, so the restaurant was not gonna run. Like, they would just walk out. And of course, the owner couldn't fire them because those were the only cooks he could get. Yeah, they need to remove it. It's ridiculous. Oh. Other things that I'm considering are really stupid. I show speed jumping over the cars. That's fucking dumb. That's just dumb. You play stupid games, you're gonna win a stupid prize. That's all I'm gonna say on that. What other idiots can I think of to mention in passing? Listen. The most recent stream that I've done, where I stayed up for a long amount of time, was a 30-hour stream for Armored Core 6. I actually beat Armored Core 6 before the 30-hour stream, before the 30 hours was up, and I ended up playing different games to get to the 30 hours I wanted to get to. Oh, my schedule's pretty rough too. But for me, because of this might sound weird. When I end stream, I lay in my bed and I try to go to sleep for a couple of hours. The reason why I don't continue to stream is because I truly don't feel like it when I wrap up a stream. And I know if I try to force myself to stream, it's just gonna tank the quality, and I'm not gonna do that. Again, a perfect example. Just, hey, everyone who's currently watching, keep this fucking stream in mind. This will go up on YouTube in about 7 or 8 days. And compare this stream to my low energy streams, and you can just tell the difference. Fucking chicken! I thought I was dead there, in all honesty. I mean, most of the problems for our own... I know, but I don't have... See, every time I fall, I'm gonna think I'm gonna die because I don't have a totem. I need to get more totems, but I've been procrastinating. Like I do. I am a procrastinator. It's one of my biggest weaknesses. Hey, I got a recommendation for y'all. If any of you out there don't drink water on a regular basis because of something having to do with, like, water having no taste, cut a lemon into quarters and put a quarter of a lemon inside your water cup. That's what I do. Or even a lime. Or even a lime. You'd be amazed at how much extra oomph it gives the water. And I keep the lemon in my water, like I keep refilling my water. I keep it in there for a couple of refills. I should say a couple of days of refills. Hilariously enough, I am truly trying to think of the longest that I've streamed. I know I've done a couple of 20-hour plus streams. The longest I've ever done was a 30-hour stream, and I think those are the longest streams that I'll ever do. Because in all honesty, I won't be able to do a 24-hour stream because it feels weird to end a stream when I'm supposed to start it. So what I'll have a tendency to do is start the stream at a normal time, go for the time that I want to go, like the 24 hours I would go for, and then go till midnight and end stream at midnight. Oh, I drink a fuck ton of water every day, too. I've got a couple of juice bottles that I clean out and use for water bottles that I put in my mini fridge, and I go through that.
I think
nice.
Your next listen, because we're still at a moment in time where we need
love to hear it.
For people
Where'd my bed go?
Across our differences, even though the story takes place in 2016, I actually realized how
you should be like, are you okay? If you're asking if I'm okay, are you okay when it comes to the water that you drink?
In a different way.
Because
this is J.R. Jameson.
4 liters of water
now on Spotify. Listen today.
Seems like a lot.
How to make a Spotify ad.
But
Step 1, write a script. Step 2,
it's about what I drink every day.
Step 3,
truthfully.
Sit back and let us create your ad for free.
What else do we got?
For Spotify's ads manager,
put the carrots away.
We'll produce your ad for you.
And sell my other stuff. Actually sell some carrots. What am I doing? I have my farmers. Let's make profit off of our farmers.
Ads.spotify.com.
Wheat and potatoes. Yay. I did plant carrots, right? I need to go make sure. I know I did, or I believe I did, but I gotta double check to make sure I planted the carrots. As long as you don't drink that much water in one sitting, you should be fine. Okay, good. Exactly. Most of my water actually gets drank. I drink most of my water during my streams, especially on days like today where I'm yapping. Because as I'm talking, I'm not really letting myself have a moment to let my mouth naturally get wet. I've seen this emote before. Don't have any potatoes right yet. Oh, hey. I'm gonna have to go get some potatoes and wheat and sell more. Yeah. You could also really fuck yourself up by doing that. Get something called water intoxication. Google that. That's a real thing. I love how I'm out of pumpkins and melons now. I was like, man, I got a lot of stuff. No, not nearly as much as I thought, but we do have a bunch of emeralds. Exactly, that's what water intoxication is. Water intoxication is basically overdosing on water. At least as far as I remember it being explained to me. Yeah. We humans like to name everything. Every time derp, exclamation point, or not exclamation, yeah, no, exclamation point derp, that was, yep. Because I looked over and I'm like, wait, you're talking about these guys' names. Hey, fun fact, we're not there yet, but we're gonna have to do another naming stream at some point. Mind you, I say we're not there yet because I actually want to populate the entirety of my kingdom before we do that. Okay, that's not water intoxication. That's accidentally drugging yourself. 800 micrograms of LSD, holy shit. I will never do LSD for personal reasons, and that personal reason is my aunt who passed away last year. When she was like 18, 20 years old, took a bad hit of acid and went on a trip she never came back from. Right? Like, you don't know how terrifying it is to, like, when you're 8, 9, 10 years old, and you have to like, slowly lose interest of somebody who's kind of getting pissed off at you that you're ignoring the green goblin guy that's running around your feet. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was not... Wait. Okay, good. That shit was not a good time. So, like, I will never do LSD. I'm doing a quick little mental thing. The houses are complete. I don't know if the beds are. I gotta store some shit. Honestly, for me, I kind of stick with what works. Occasionally, I'll get some drink going on, but mostly, it's the reefer. You know, that's my go-to. Oh wow, okay, I forgot about that. Mind you, I really don't have a means to, or a desire to do that. But as I'm looking at this, I might buy a fuck ton of brick.
I looked at the ID. It said Mindy. You knew Mindy? I did. I said, oh my gosh, hi, Mindy. And this person looked over and drove away, left everything at the branch. I knew it wasn't her, so I contacted our fraud department.
Well, of course, I'm of the mind that you never have to talk about shit that you don't want to talk about.
Yeah, she saved
Or if you don't want to mention it, you don't have to. But if you do, go hog wild.
Welcome to Huntington. Real people compensate.
Shrooms. That's something I would be willing to try at some point in the future. You know? Because
we're a playground for grown-ups. Sip on craft cocktails or beer while you challenge your crew to pinball, arcade games, bocce,
it is
and more. We're located on West 25th in Ohio City, right next to
more of, like, again, to me, this is from my perspective and why. Oh no, trust me, I would be.
On Spotify. They are headed back to Earth, and it begins.
But like, I highly doubt I'll ever have a true desire to do that. But you never know.
Is life or death. If you love sci-fi, suspense, and short reads with strong,
I gotta restore some shit. We're getting to that point where I'm running out of
should be your next listen. Press play today on Spotify and find out if
oomph for the Minecraft. So we're probably gonna be switching over to Fallout in a few moments. Oh yeah, no. I've heard tales from a couple of different people about that, and being nice and careful. See, that's the thing. You can have. Doesn't mean you will. Honestly, you can have a scary trip at any point in time, realistically. See, here's my concern, though. I have a very active imagination. Right? Like such an active imagination, I'd be concerned that I would make the trip worse that I would go on if I did hallucinogenics. Don't know where to put the pearls. Also insane. Wait a minute. Back up. Record screech. This is a bit of a delayed reaction. Okay, I found out where the ender pearls go. A bit of a delayed reaction, but you, good sir. Okay. That's like a self-fulfilling prophecy thing then? Good to know. Very good to know. Well, it's less scared, more worried, but probably the same damn difference. I will take that advice to heart. For sure. Because I know myself. My brain will fucking start to spiral in like, because I have a very creative imagination. And the last thing I want to do is make some of the fucking fucked up shit that I think of for some of my stories, like some creatures that look fucking wicked, to pop up in front of me. You know what I mean? Again, this is just from my perspective of what I heard and what could potentially I could potentially make myself experience, apparently, because it seems like it's more your mindset when you go into it. And if you can keep your mindset positive, because if you let your mindset go negative, that sounds like it's going to be a fucking spiral of doom. Fun fact, today's job, I had to go and make sure a fryer was working properly because the oil got burnt up in said fryer, as well as fix a filter for the fryer. That was something that I woke up at like fucking 10 to do, and I end up getting home at like 1, so that was like a 3-hour shindig. Well, yeah, I was just about to say, well, you must be saying that because I said, wait up, hold a minute, because you doing a lot of shrooms kind of makes sense to me based off of what you've said previously, right? You became a fighter jet. What was... What? That's like literally, that's the whole question that I want to ask. Not what as in I'm confused by what you said, but what as in like, what was that like? How long did it last, if you can remember? Like, I'm so very curious about that now. We need so much fucking netherrack. Holy shit, we're gonna be at this for a little bit long. I'm glad I fucking decided to stop procrastinating and say fuck it, just work on the kingdom build, because holy shit. Yeah, holy shit. What kind of fighter jet? Or just like a bog standard, like, fighter jet? Honestly, if I ever decide to do something like that, I'd have to set a timer. I'm going to do a little bit of nether brick placement, and then I'm probably going to wrap up with Minecraft. But we're going to switch over to Fallout 3 for a little while. It might just be an hour or two of Fallout for today. But I do want to play that game. Next Monday, as long as, like, you know, the weather stabilizes, like... If the weather's like this... Next Monday, we'll do Minecraft into React Andying, and I think we'll React Andy via watching possibly some Elden Ring shit, possibly some other stuff. It's been a while, and I kind of miss it, if I'm being honest. So I'm trying to get them both at the same time, but I can't. Okay. Did not anticipate that. But, hell yeah. As somebody who really enjoys fighting bombing missions in the, Ace Combat missions, yeah. That sounds like a fun time. Speaking of shit involving the Russians, apparently Ukraine troops have gotten 12 kilometers deep, 60 kilometers wide within Russian territory. So, that's interesting. I'll be honest, you know what I would probably do? I would probably just start writing what I experience. If you heard my voice shudder there, it was because I was like, oh god, I'm dead, in my head. And then I'm like, no you're not, this is not that far of a fall. That is kind of interesting to me. It makes sense. Because, like, a lot of the time, stuff that invokes feelings of fear tends to stick with us more than the stuff that has tendencies to fill us with happiness. Like, what I mean is, when we remember certain things fondly, like, with a smile on our face, we do remember what happened, but I don't think we remember it as much as we would if it was like a nightmare thing. Because I'll be honest, some of my best dreams that I've remembered, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But my nightmares, oh yeah. The worst nightmare I ever experienced, I fucking, like, shot out of bed because I'll preface this by saying I have a fear of porcelain dolls and stuff like that because of the movie Child's Play, aka Chucky, right? The first Chucky movie. That movie gave me a trauma when it comes to porcelain dolls and shit like that, right? And fucking help me if I ever see like there's some people will have like a Chucky doll in a car seat or some shit like that at a grocery store, and if I see it, I'll like freeze up for a moment, right? I preface it by saying that because my fucking nightmare dream was, for whatever reason, I was staying in a mansion. I could not remember the faces of the people I was staying in the mansion with, but I was staying in a mansion with a bunch of different people. And in one of the rooms, or like on a chair near one of the rooms, there was a fucking Chucky doll, right? And I had, in the dream, I had pinned the Chucky doll to a wall with a big ass, like a Jason Voorhees fucking butcher knife type thing. I pinned the Chucky doll to the wall. Well, I go to, now this is in the fucking dream. I go to bed, right?
Car salesman Bernie Moreno
and wake up. Go to the restroom, and as I'm walking by, I walk by and I see the knife on the wall, but I don't see the Chucky doll, but I don't react to it, and I go to the restroom, and then when I walk back, I realize what I saw and look, and the knife is gone. And then, like, I heard the come out and play, like the Chucky doll thing, and I fucking shot awake so fucking quickly, I, like, slammed my head into my fucking wooden beam rest thing on my bed. Because I have a bunk bed thing going on. I rarely use it, but it's a bunk bed that's like it's a set thing, and I can't really have them separated. So when sometimes if I wake up and I don't pay attention, I'll smack my fucking head. I've only done it twice. Once on the nightmare that I just talked about, and once... I don't remember the dream, I just did it once and woke up and I was like, ow, why does my head hurt? 80, oh, that sucks.
Advertising on Spotify is a choice any squad can get behind.
But yeah, that like the feelings that invoked of terror was like, I'll never forget that dream. That, because what my thing was I was asleep for it. You're just having a bad trip. That shit is something you can't really wake up from. That fucking sucks. Excuse me. Could have used scaffolding. This is how I used to do that shit. That was just instinctual, in all honesty. Because before scaffolding, it was build up to build a little pillar, and then build down like this. And I realized as I was doing it, what am I doing? Oh, I need more scaffolding. That's not hard to come by. That is kind of interesting. How, like, you can compare and contrast with your group. I'm gonna take a step back and take a look at this and see if it, like, see what it looks like in my mind's eye. And if I'm satisfied with it, we'll call it. And if I'm not satisfied with it, we'll call it. And then switch over to Fallout for a little bit. Just here, I know I'm satisfied with it already. Because the path, like I've laid out before, I don't know if I want to do a straight path. The more I think about it, though, the more I might do that. Like, go up a little bit and then over to meet here. Because the plan is for this to be, like, the main entrance area. I like this, actually. This is supposed to be the main entrance. and then it's supposed to maybe raise up, like the castle's supposed to rise up a little bit, but it's not supposed to go above the wall. So I need to like cut this area of the mountain up, down, right? And then we might take this ground area right here and completely take that out, right? Like this area right here. We might completely flatten that. You know, I'm very satisfied with this build. I like this. I like what I see in front of me. There's still more work to be done, of course. Look at the cows. I love that. There's still more work to be done, but we're getting there. I'm going to delay a little bit so I can go to sleep in the game and then wake up at a good time so I don't have to, like, wake up, or, like, not wake up, but I don't have to start the game on next Monday, start doing what I want to do, and then have to go to bed. I can just have the initial start be a good start. And I think what we'll do is we'll go to the nether to get a lot more netherrack. So Bob the cow can never be forgiven. But I have given Bob the cow a better place to live. Bob know what Bob did. Bob broke the rules. And as a result, Bob now resides with the potion makers to be part of their experimentation. Isn't that right, Bob? Look at me when I'm talking to you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Isn't that right? Yeah, look at him, he nodded. He nodded. He understands. Okay, okay. Maybe we can start to forgive Bob. Well, you see, Bob broke the rules when the gates to the pen went down for a moment, and Bob escaped. And the rules are, no animal shall escape, otherwise they'll face the wrath of the king. And my wrath was to, you know, show Bob that you're not allowed to escape.
Bored with the same old night out? Come have a ball at Pin's Mechanical Company. We love this old school games.
It's a running gag. Realistically, it's a running fucking gag.
While you challenge your crew to pinball, arcade games, bocce, duck pinballing.
I don't remember exactly what it was that I said why Bob was gonna be imprisoned forever and always.
Drinks, games, fun.
Yeah, but that's not fun in my opinion. In my opinion, it's more fun to torment a 1 and a 0 that I've named Bob.
We believe that everyone deserves access to quality mental health care
And just have fun with it.
regardless of their financial situation.
Okay, advertisement. Listen, I'm making fun of the game. You don't have to call me out with having mental illnesses. Hello?
Towards healing and growth. Give us a call today at 740.
That was a rude advertisement. I'm feeling a bit targeted for that one after the jokes that I was making.
Hi, we're the Cabin Crew and the Listen Murder Crew. Our new song, The Spark, is out now on Spotify. So go listen to it.
Think you can stop what we do? I doubt it. We've got the energy, we'll tell you all about it. I searched for my spark and I found it. Everybody in the crowd.
This is the part right here that I dislike, the waiting part. I could have just wrapped up, but we're gonna sleep and I'll do my wrap-up spiel. For those that are watching live, stick around because we're gonna switch to Fallout 3 for a couple of hours. Before I do that, I'm gonna run a couple minutes of ads and step away, go to the restroom, and when I return, we'll switch to Fallout 3. However, for those that are just watching on YouTube, or who are going to depart from Twitch, because they don't care for Fallout or whatever. I do thank you for stopping by, and I do hope you enjoyed your stay here at the Kingdom. If you have and are new here and haven't already, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel as well as my main channel. Links will be down in the description below through all my links. If you're watching on YouTube, exclamation point links like so. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow me on Twitch and catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT for Friday through Monday. Unless I've stated otherwise or I say so differently on Discord. Community, link to the community Discord. Hold on, you fucked me up when you did that. I appreciate that, Ray. Appreciate that. Link to the community Discord where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I know I'm going to be late, as well as where you can communicate with other citizens of the Kingdom. Whatever else catch your fancy through all my links. And until next time, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.